Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Sunday, May 23rd, 2021. This is my newest segment of Markets, a look ahead. A couple things we need to focus on right here, looking ahead towards next week and beyond. And we're going to talk about that. Let's start off with this. This market, the stock market, appears again to be literally invincible. Nothing thrown at this market seems to affect it in any dramatic way. Every single drop in this market has been bought. Now, I've been explaining to you for the longest time that this is exactly how it would play out. With that in mind, we got some news yesterday from the Federal Reserve. And this, well, let's talk about that. I had to write it down. This is from the Federal Reserve talking about U.S. economic growth moving forward. Right here, the Federal Reserve is saying to lower our expectations for growth moving forward. So what are they saying? It's interesting how they put this out on a Saturday. This was yesterday. Why would they float out a story like this on a Saturday? Well, there's a few reasons for that. Number one, I believe that the Fed does this so the market can digest it and think about what it means for the market. So if the Federal Reserve is saying right here, they're admitting the economy is slowing down. In this freak show, an admission like this from the Federal Reserve that our economy is slowing and we should lower our expectations moving forward is probably bullish for the stock market because the Fed is going to take up the slack. This is what they're saying. Read between the lines. When the Federal Reserve puts out a statement like this, essentially admitting that our economy is slowing down, telling us to lower our expectations moving forward with regard to growth, they're saying to the market, we got your back. Okay, that's another reason why it's put out over a weekend. They don't want this kind of news to hit the market. They want the market going higher. You understand? So we'll see how this plays out this week, tomorrow. Again, how is this going to affect the stock market? In a normal environment, when a central bank would put out a report like that, you would expect the stock market to get hit. In fact, hit hard. But no, not in this environment. As I've explained to you since time immemorial, we have not had one single round of real positive economic news in years. Years. It's all been lies, propaganda, misinformation, look here, don't look here. And the stock market keeps going up. Keeps going up. We are not far from new record highs with regard to this market. And with news like this, that we should be lowering our expectations of economic growth. We're already in free fall. We are already in economic free fall. And the Fed is now saying we should lower expectations moving forward. Again, because this environment is so twisted, it is so upside down, this is more than likely going to be bullish for the market. Again, the Fed is not going to stop. They're not done. Providing insane amounts of liquidity for this market. They're buying it all. At the same time, hitting the dollar. The dollar index, the Dixie, remains below 90. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to go above 90, but the trajectory here for the dollar in the long run is lower. Much, much lower. And this is, again, this is not speculation. This is being done by design. Killing the dollar. We already have this environment of inflation. We keep hearing about it. Inflation. Duh. Like you and I, like we didn't see this coming from 10 million miles away from another galaxy or something like that. It's astonishing to me how the narrative from the Federal Reserve has been, since forever, there's no inflation. No, now we have an inflation crisis. I mean, seriously, this is how retarded this actually is. And I want to talk about something else here that could potentially affect crude oil. Now, we understand what happened to crude oil. We watched crude oil make a pretty significant gain, and then there was this truce, this ceasefire, which isn't a truce. We're going to talk about that in a second. And we watched crude oil crater like over 5%, and then we watched it gain like 3%. Now, here's the deal. This is the news. All right. So according to Israel and Hamas, look this up for yourself. There is no truce. It's just a ceasefire, which may be temporary. And that alone is going to put a bottom or maybe even push crude oil higher. You understand? You must pay attention to these kind of things, people. It's that simple here. Let's talk about cryptocurrencies. Right now, they are getting hit yet again. If you got a chance to watch the Crypto Kid yesterday, he had said he expected cryptos to fall. It looks like he nailed that. Look, with regard to cryptocurrencies, people, I'm going to say it again, and no matter what you say, I will not change my perspective. My perspective on cryptocurrencies is long term. I don't see an issue here. Okay, yes, they're under pressure right now. To me, it's a buying opportunity. I will be adding to my cryptocurrency positions here. Moving forward, I will be buying the dips until, again, there's regulation here in the United States, not the United States following what communist China is doing. Okay, and again, this is just a temporary hit in my view, because those investors and traders that don't have access in China, they're going to seek alternative markets. You know that. And again, with the crypto space, you got to expect volatility like this. I know it seems crazy, but again, the market doesn't really, I guess, understand cryptocurrencies yet. The meaning that they haven't been around that long. And there's a lot of scared money here. There's a lot of scared money. And plus we have, margin requirements being raised. And when margin requirements, those people that are owning or trading cryptocurrencies on margin, they get margin calls, which forces them to liquidate their positions if they can't cover the call. You understand? There is so much here in the crypto space. But again, to me, look, when I smell blood in the water like this, and I do, I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I just look at this as opportunity because, again, I don't trade them. I am a long-term holder of cryptocurrencies. With regard to gold and silver, people, it's the same thing for me. And a lot of people keep asking me about, I was on Wall Street Silver recently. I did an interview with them just last week. And one of the questions was, well, Greg, where do you see silver in like a month or 2 or 3 or 4? I'm like, my answer was simply this. I don't care, because I really don't care. I'm in this stuff for the long run. Look, with regard to gold and silver, even cryptocurrencies, why are we holding these things? We're holding them because the dollar is a dying asset. Period. The end. We're holding these things because we understand the environment. It is risk on, meaning cash is being forced, literally, into the stock market because the Federal Reserve is artificially suppressing interest rates. Okay, it's an extremely simple dynamic. So when you have that, you want to be looking on the opposite side of that trade and taking up positions there. In other words, looking for risk off. Because risk on, although this market seems invincible at this particular time, risk on will turn to risk off. And risk off assets, again, let me say it for the gazillionth time. My favorite asset in the history of the world right now, and has been for a very, very long time, is physical silver. Okay? Physical silver, my all-time favorite asset. I love gold. I love platinum. I own palladium. But silver is it. In my view, again, and I'm going to urge you one more time to look this stuff up, people. The Dow gold ratio. The Dow gold ratio, which is now 18, is epic. It's telling us that gold is a buy beyond, you can't possibly believe how great of a buy it is. And then if you look at the gold-silver ratio, you will understand why silver is so massively undervalued and why it's my favorite asset. Why it's my favorite asset of all time. And again, when we have a risk-on environment, you need to be saying, okay, we're in a risk-on environment. That means other assets are on sale. Well, to me, that would be physical gold, physical silver, and yes, cryptocurrencies. Look, there are a lot of people out here, they're shills, they're trolls, whatever they are. They think I'm out here pushing one asset and I'm not pushing a damn thing. All I am telling you is where I believe the opportunities are. If you do not agree, that's fine. But if you feel the need to post here, Greg is this and Greg is that, well, go ahead, make yourself look stupid. I'm just telling people where I think opportunities are, and I've been right. I've been right for years. And with cryptocurrencies, I'm going to be proven right again. I'm going to be proven right again. And we'll see. We'll see how that plays out moving forward. But you got to give this stuff time. You got to understand yet again why you are in these spaces, why you're holding physical gold, why you're holding physical silver, why you're holding cryptocurrencies, why you are in the stock market, okay? Why? What are we doing here? What are we trying to take advantage of? Well, it's very simple. It's the freak show on an epic scale that's everywhere all around us. You understand? And I believe there's always opportunity again. And when things show up like this, for example, all the pressure we're seeing on cryptos, to me, I don't know, alarm bells go off in my head. Ding, 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 ding. Opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And that's it. That's how I look at this. And until I'm actually wrong, and I haven't been wrong on this. I mean, if you've been following my work, if you've been with me for any length of time here, my calls on this market, on cryptocurrencies, have been staggeringly accurate. Anyway, that's how I see it, people. Again, opportunity abounds. It's everywhere. It's just up to us, up to you, to decide where you want to be and what's right for you. If holding physical assets is not right for you, well, then figure something else out. If holding cryptocurrencies is not right for you, well, then figure something else out. But you got to do something in this environment. It's just so twisted. Again, leading off with what I started with today, this news here from the Fed, admitting here, lower expectations for growth. Lower expectations for growth. This is what the Fed said. What are they saying? If they're telling us to lower our expectations, they're saying the economy is slowing. And it's astonishing to me that the market will probably respond in a positive way. That's because everything is upside down. Black is white and white is black in this freak show environment. All right, look, I'm out of here. Kind of a long video. Please share the video. Get it out there. And I will see all of you in the morning. That's it.